friends, and welcome back to another effective episode here at Perfect English Podcast. My name is Sarah. I am so happy and excited that you are here with me today. Every time you join this podcast, you are taking another step on your journey to speak English more fluently, more clearly, and with more confidence. Learning a new language is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, patience, and daily practice. But I want you to know that with every single lesson, with every single word you repeat, and with every single sentence you try to speak out loud, you are improving. Even if you don't feel it right away, the progress is happening. And little by little, your English will become stronger and more natural. Let me remind you of something very important. Practice is the key. When you listen every day, when you repeat the words and phrases that we practice here, and when you try to use them in your own daily life, you will see real results. Many learners wait for the perfect moment to practice, or they think they need a big block of time to study. But actually, practicing for just a few minutes every single day is more powerful than practicing for a long time only once a week. This podcast is designed to give you those small daily practices that build your skills step by step. I want you to also remember that mistakes are a natural and necessary part of learning. Do not be afraid of them. If you try to speak English and make a mistake, that is a success, not a failure, because it means you are using the language and training your brain to think in English. Children make many mistakes when they learn to speak, and that is how they become fluent. You will too, if you allow yourself to practice freely, without fear. So, as we begin today's lesson, I encourage you to relax, to smile, and to enjoy the process. Think of this podcast as your daily conversation partner, always here to guide you, support you, and give you new words and expressions you can use in real life. I promise if you stay consistent, your English will improve, your confidence will grow, and you will be able to speak with others more naturally every day. Today, my friends, we are going to practice a very common and useful conversation. The topic for this lesson is going to a cafe. This is something many people do almost every day. Maybe you go to a coffee shop in the morning before work, or maybe you go in the afternoon to meet a friend. Cafés are popular places all around the world, and in English-speaking countries. You will often need to order a drink or a snack. That is why this conversation is so practical and important for you to learn. When you go to a cafe, you will usually need to talk to the person who is working there. This person is often called the barista, the cashier, or simply the server. You will ask them for what you want, and they will ask you questions to make sure they understand your order. Knowing the right words and polite phrases will make the experience easier and more comfortable. It will also help you feel more confident when you speak English in real-life situations. In today's practice, we will learn how to ask for something politely. We will also practice how to answer when someone asks you a question about your order. These phrases are not only useful in a cafe, you can use them in many different situations. For example, you can use the phrase, "Can I have?" when you are in a restaurant, in a shop, or even at a friend's house. You can use, "Would you like?" when you want to offer something to another person, like food, a drink, or even a chair to sit down. So, by learning this one simple conversation, you are actually learning many phrases that you can use in different areas of your life. Think about it like this. Every time you learn one short conversation, you are not just memorizing words. You are learning tools. These tools can be used again and again in many different ways. The more tools you collect, the easier it becomes to build real conversations. That is why today's lesson is so valuable. So, as we begin, I want you to imagine that you are standing in a cafe. You walk up to the counter and the barista smiles at you. It is your turn to order. What will you say? How will you respond to their questions? By the end of this episode, you will be able to handle this situation smoothly and politely in English. Now let's move into the model conversation. I want you to imagine this situation very clearly in your mind. You are standing inside a cafe. Maybe the smell of fresh coffee is in the air. Maybe you see people sitting at tables. Some are working on their laptops, and others are chatting with friends. You walk up to the counter, and the barista smiles at you. The conversation begins. I will play both parts so you can hear how it sounds in real life. Customer. Good morning. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Barista? Of course. Would you like milk or sugar? Customer. Yes, a little milk, please. No sugar. Barista. Great. Anything else for you today? Customer. Yes, can I also have a blueberry muffin? Barista. Sure, 1 coffee with milk and 1 blueberry muffin, is that correct? Customer. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Barista. Perfect. That'll be $5.50. Customer. Here you go. Barista. Thank you very much. Your order will be ready in just a moment. Customer. Thanks. Have a nice day. Barista. You too. Enjoy your coffee. This is the full conversation. Now let's go back and hear it again, slowly. When I repeat it, I want you to really listen to the key phrases and notice how they are used. Customer. Good morning. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Notice here the customer is polite. They use the phrase, can I have? This is very common in English when asking for food or drinks. Barista. Of course. Would you like milk or sugar? The barista is polite too. They are offering choices. The phrase, would you like, is a friendly and professional way to ask. Customer. Yes, a little milk, please. No sugar. The customer answers directly but politely. Notice how simple it is. You don't need long sentences. Short, clear answers are natural. Barista. Great. Anything else for you today? This is a very common question in cafes, shops, or restaurants. It means, do you want to order more? Customer. Yes, can I also have a blueberry muffin? Here again the customer uses, can I have? This shows how flexible this phrase is. You can use it for coffee, muffins, water, sandwiches, almost anything. Barista. Sure. 1 coffee with milk and 1 blueberry muffin, is that correct? The barista repeats the order. This is normal in cafes. It helps to check that nothing is wrong. Customer. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Notice the customer confirms politely. This is a short but very natural response. Barista. Perfect. That will be $5.50. Now the barista tells the price. This happens in every shop or cafe. Customer. Here you go. This is a simple and very natural phrase when giving money or a card. Barista. Thank you very much. Your order will be ready in just a moment. This is polite and professional. You may hear, it will be ready soon, or just a moment. Customer. Thanks. Have a nice day. Barista. You too. Enjoy your coffee. And that, my friends, is the whole conversation. Did you notice how short and simple the sentences are? Real English conversations are usually not very long or complicated. People use clear, direct words to communicate quickly. By practicing this cafe conversation, you are not just learning how to order coffee. You are learning a pattern of English that you can use in many different daily situations. Great. Now let's break the conversation into small, useful pieces you can use anywhere. First, notice the greeting. Good morning. It's short, friendly, and natural. You can change it by time. Good afternoon, good evening, or simply hello. A polite greeting sets a positive tone and makes the rest of the conversation smoother. After your greeting, add the person's title if you know it. Good morning, sir, or good morning, ma'am. But in many cafés, a simple hi or good morning is perfect. Next is the request, can I have? This is a polite, everyday way to ask for something. You can say, can I have a cup of coffee, please? In other places it becomes, can I have a glass of water? In a restaurant, can I have a ticket to downtown? At a station, or can I have a size medium in a clothing store? You can also use could I get or may I have? All three are polite. Add please at the end to make it softer and kinder. Then we hear the offer. Would you like? This helps the other person choose. In the cafe, it's would you like milk or sugar? In other situations, would you like a bag? At a shop, would you like to sit here with a guest? Or would you like still or sparkling water in a restaurant? You can answer with short, clear phrases, yes, a little milk, no sugar, or no thank you. A little is very useful. It means a small amount and keeps your request gentle. Listen for the add-on question. Anything else for you today? You will hear this in many places. It means, do you want more? You can say, yes, can I also have a blueberry muffin? The word also shows you are adding one more item. Use it in other contexts. Can I also have extra napkins? Or can I also see this in blue? The check-back line is important. Is that correct? Or does everything look right? This helps avoid mistakes. You can confirm with, yes, that's right, or correct politely. Actually, I asked for no sugar. Or, sorry, I said medium, not large. The word actually is a gentle way to fix a detail without sounding rude. When it's time to pay, you'll hear, that will be, followed by the price. Your response can be simple. Here you go, as you give cash or your card. This tiny phrase works anywhere you hand something to someone, a document at work, your ID at a hotel, or a pen to a friend. After payment, thank you very much, and thanks are natural. You can reply with, you're welcome, or just smile and say no problem. Finally, notice the friendly closing, have a nice day, and enjoy your coffee. These are small kindnesses that end the talk well. Change them for the moment. Enjoy your meal. Have a safe trip. Enjoy the show. These phrases make your English sound warm and natural. To practice, repeat each key line slowly, then connect two lines together, and finally try the whole mini conversation with different items. Tea instead of coffee, a sandwich instead of a muffin, a bus ticket instead of an order. The structure stays the same, and with daily practice, your words will come faster and feel easier. All right, let's move into the practice section together. This is where you, my friend, will take an active role. Up to this point, you have been listening carefully, but now I want you to open your mouth, speak the words, and really feel the sounds of English. Speaking is just like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So in this practice, I will say each phrase slowly and clearly. After I speak, I will pause for a few seconds, and during that pause, I want you to repeat the phrase out loud. Don't just whisper it inside your head. Say it with your voice because your tongue, your lips, and your breath need to practice just as much as your ears and your brain. Let's begin with a greeting. Repeat after me. Good morning. Very good. Now again. Good morning. So, excellent. Try another version. Hello. Good. See how simple that is? These short greetings are very powerful because they help you start conversations naturally. Now let's practice the main request. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Great job. Say it again. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Wonderful. You can change the drink. Try. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Perfect. One more time. Can I have a sandwich, please? Nice work. By changing just one word, you can use this phrase in many real-life places. Next is the offering phrase. Repeat after me. Would you like milk or sugar? Excellent. Again. Would you like milk or sugar? Good. Now try a new version. Would you like some water? Perfect. You can use this when you are serving a guest at home, not only in a cafe. Now let's add a short answer. Repeat after me. Yes, a little milk, please. Good. Again, yes, a little milk, please. Now the opposite. No sugar, thank you. Excellent. These short answers keep your speech clear and polite. Let's also practice the extra order. Repeat after me. Can I also have a muffin? Great. Again, can I also have a muffin? Now try. Can I also have a glass of water? Well done. That small word, also, is very useful when you add something more. Finally, let's practice closing politely. Repeat after me. Thank you. Have a nice day. Wonderful. Again. Thank you. Have a nice day. And one more. Thanks. Enjoy your coffee. Excellent. As you repeat these sentences, I want you to imagine that you are really in the cafe. Picture yourself standing at the counter, speaking to the barista, smiling and listening to their answers. When you imagine the real situation, your brain remembers the language more strongly, and the next time you are in a real cafe, the words will come more easily. So keep repeating, keep imagining, and keep practicing every day. Now, my friends, this is the moment where I really want you to join me. Up to now, you have listened and understood the conversation, but speaking English requires action. You must open your mouth and practice the words. Don't worry if you are alone in your room, walking outside, or even sitting quietly on a bus. Whenever possible, say the sentences out loud. Your tongue, your lips, and your voice all need training, just like your brain does. Listening is important, but speaking is the key that makes your English stronger. Let's begin with the greeting. I will say the sentence first, then I will pause. In that pause, you must repeat it after me. Ready? Good morning? Great. Say it again. Good morning. Wonderful. Now try a different greeting. Hello? Excellent. Very simple but very important. Greetings are the door to every conversation. Now let's practice the request. Repeat after me. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Good. Once more. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Excellent. Now let's change the drink. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Perfect. Let's try with food. Can I have a sandwich, please? Great. Do you see how flexible this sentence is? Just change one word and suddenly you can order anything you want. Next is the offering phrase. Repeat after me. Would you like milk or sugar? Good. Again. Would you like milk or sugar? Nice job. Let's try a new example. Would you like some water? Excellent. Remember, this phrase is not only for a cafe. You can use it at home with friends or at work if you are being polite. Now let's practice the answers. Repeat after me. Yes, a little milk, please. Good. One more time. Yes, a little milk, please. Now try the opposite. No sugar, thank you. Very good. These short replies are polite, clear, and natural. Let's continue with adding something extra. Repeat after me. Can I also have a muffin? Hi. Perfect. Once again. Can I also have a muffin? Excellent. Change it. Can I also have a glass of water? Shao? Wonderful. That small word also is powerful because it helps you add something more in a simple way. Finally, let's practice the closing. Repeat after me. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good. Again. Thank you. Have a nice day. Excellent. Another version. Thanks. Enjoy your coffee. Wonderful. These little phrases end the conversation politely and leave a friendly impression. As you practice, I want you to really imagine being in the cafe. Picture yourself standing at the counter, smiling, making eye contact with the barista, and saying these phrases with confidence. The more you practice in your imagination, the easier it will feel in real life. Remember, this is your safe space to practice. Mistakes do not matter here. What matters is speaking, repeating, and enjoying the process. Step by step, your English is becoming more natural every single day. Now, my friends, let's take a moment to review everything we learned together in this lesson. Today, our focus was on a very practical and common situation: ordering something in a cafe. We walked step by step through a short but very useful conversation, and we discovered how these simple phrases can help you in many different real-life situations. Even though the dialogue was short, it gave us powerful tools that you can use again and again in your daily English practice. We began with greetings like good morning and hello. These may look small, but they are essential because they open every conversation politely and naturally. Then we practiced one of the most important request phrases in English, can I have? This is a polite and flexible way to ask for something, whether it's coffee, tea, a muffin, a sandwich, or even something outside a cafe, like a bus ticket or a glass of water. We also learned how to use the offering phrase, would you like? This helps you give choices or offer something politely, such as, would you like milk or sugar? Or would you like some water? These are not only useful in cafes, but also when you are being kind to a guest or polite in many other situations. Next, we practiced polite answers. Short replies like, yes, a little milk, please or no sugar, thank you show respect and keep your English clear. Then we looked at adding something extra with, can I also have? This tiny phrase makes your request stronger and more complete. And finally, we closed the conversation with friendly expressions like, thank you, have a nice day, or enjoy your coffee. These little details leave a positive impression and make your English sound warm and natural. Now, as we finish this episode, I want you to remember something very important. Small daily practice leads to big results. You don't need to study for hours to improve. Just 5 or 10 minutes every day of listening, repeating, and imagining real conversations will make your English grow step by step. Think of it like watering a plant. Each day you give it a little water and slowly it grows taller and stronger. Your English works the same way, so keep practicing. Speak out loud, even if no one is around. Imagine yourself in real places like cafes, restaurants, or shops, and practice the phrases you learned today. Every time you do this, you are training your brain to think in English and to respond naturally. Remember, progress may feel small at first, but it is always happening. Trust the process, stay consistent, and be proud of every step you take. And now, my friends, we have come to the end of today's episode. I want to take a moment to say a big thank you to each of you for joining me, listening carefully, and practicing along with me. Your dedication to improving your English is amazing, and every word you speak, every sentence you repeat, is helping you move closer to speaking English more naturally and confidently. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. Each small step you take today builds the foundation for bigger success tomorrow. I encourage you to keep practicing the phrases and conversations we covered today. Go over them again, try them out in your imagination, or even use them with real people if you have the chance. The more you use the words in real situations, the faster your brain will remember them, and the easier speaking English will feel. Small, consistent efforts every day are more powerful than long practice sessions once in a while. Think about your progress like a growing tree. Every day you water it, give it sunlight, and care for it, and slowly but surely it grows tall and strong. Before we finish, I want to invite you to come back for the next episode. Every time you listen and practice with me, you are taking another step towards speaking English fluently and confidently. Each episode builds on the last, adding new phrases, new conversations, and new tips that you can use immediately. So keep your motivation strong, stay consistent, and remember that mistakes are part of learning. They show you are trying, and trying is how you improve. Thank you again, my friends, for practicing English with me today. You are doing a wonderful job, and I am proud of you. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep smiling. I will see you again in the next episode. Until then, enjoy using your English and have a fantastic day. Goodbye for now.